This is the Neoliberal Around podcast.
Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Wait, Ricardo, no. We're trying to get Ricardo on the phone. He is one of the producers and the chief commentators, the senior commentators on the Pulse. We were on the phone earlier. Ricardo, are you there?
I am here.
Earlier, you were speaking earlier about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was on the air last night on MSNBC talking with Rachel Maddow, and you asked me earlier if I had seen or heard her yesterday, and I'm saying yes, I did, but I didn't particularly like her. Okay, I didn't find it interesting.
Why?
She was not intriguing. I was listening to her yesterday and she didn't move me. It was as if she wasn't even there. And then, while sitting on the couch, I said, you know what? No, I know why she lost. No, I know why she lost. She's not interesting. She's not more interesting. She's not that interesting. And Donald Trump is more interesting than her. Okay. She's not interesting to listen to. Obama was interesting. Okay, to listen to. Bill Clinton was interesting. Yes, George Bush was interesting. Okay, he was, as much as he.
Or maybe you're coming from it from an unconscious bias.
Okay. What was interesting about the interview last night?
Men and no woman, and you are a man. Okay.
Okay, Ricardo. What was interesting about Kamala Harris's interview last night?
It was the substance. I'm all about the substance, and that's
okay, fine. What was substantive?
She said, for example, you talked about 2025. She said this is beyond Donald Trump, and when he's gone, it's going to continue, it's going to flourish. So don't fool yourself. You think this is just yesterday. This is decades in the making. Okay, things are falling into place, and when he's gone, it's going to continue. What are we doing about it? She also talked about, no, let's fight for a cause, Democrats. We should push for healthcare, Obama extension. Push because the Americans need to be healthy no matter what you do. What Democrats do, we band together, we coalesce around healthcare because you know what? Republicans, you guys are the ones shutting down. It's not Democrats. You guys are forcing a shutdown.
Ricardo, Kamala said that in her book, she did predict this. Okay, but she didn't predict this authoritarian style, dictatorial style. But she didn't predict this capitulation. The capitulation. That she said she did not predict the capitulation. Hello?
I'm listening.
And that point, I think, and if anything, if she, it goes to show her an analysis, how extensive, because I saw the capitulation. And we all know the authoritarian style of Donald Trump. Okay, we know Trump. We are, and if okay, fine. If she predicted this, what did she do about it?
Why are you putting it on one woman?
She was running for president, and was the leader of the party, Ricardo, and was vice president. What was she doing about it?
Please. First of all, she was pushed to the forefront when Biden had originally said he's only going to run one term. Second term came, all of a sudden he's greedy for power. He's running again, knowing that he was not in any shape or form. This is his fault if you're going to blame someone, because had he stepped back, I always say about these old geriatrics.
What did she do?
She did the best that she could do.
No, Ricardo, she didn't say anything about it. And second of all, she was protecting her position. Okay, because if he had come out earlier, Ricardo, if he had stepped down, hold on.
I need to speak, please. She's a human being, and everyone protects their position. What is supposed to happen was, if you really cared about the country,
she was in hiding, Ricardo, the entire time.
Please, I need to finish. What she should have done is fall back, let her have the campaign with other people and let the American people decide, the Democrats, at the primary. He didn't do that. He waited until it was too late when everybody knew that he's about to croak. And this is what happened. And we had to quickly come up with something to make sure this makes sense. And she did the best she could with what she had, even though it was a losing way of doing so. All right? And maybe what she could have done this stage is probably chosen a better vice president, because her vice president candidate was, I'm sorry, I really hate to say this, was a goofball. And when I saw that VP versus Vance candidate come out looking all amazing at Suave and young people are going to, I mean, come on. And I look at this guy who couldn't even answer a question to make any sense whatsoever. I mean, of course, beat Buttigieg would have been, shake it up. Even if people don't like that, shake it up. You want to shake things up, just throw him there.
Ricardo, it goes to show who she is as a person and her style. She refuses to. I heard her saying it last night. Maybe she should have. Maybe she should have. She said she wanted Pete to be the vice president, but she said that she just was counting the cost. She just thought that, she being a woman and black at the time and South Asian, and then having somebody who is gay on the ticket, it may be too much for American to. I think that's the point she was trying to make.
Just saying that. Everybody was saying that. It was not just her. So yes, she was saying that.
No, but Ricardo, we're talking about her. She was saying that. Okay.
However,
but what I'm saying is that she keep saying she predicted this and predicted that and so on and so forth, and she was in a place of power, but it's as if she's saying to us that she was not able to be influential enough in the Democratic base. And if you cannot influence your base, how do you think you're going to be president?
Renaldo, she had a lot of stuff working against her. When you have the power of social media, okay, the power and the algorithm of social media, and the power of billionaires and billionaires' money, which you don't even know about, and the power of paying $1 million to get people to vote for your party, and the power of big powers that be controlling all of the messaging and the story. I mean, come on. When you have all of that working against
Ricardo, she should have been pressing Joe Biden, pressing the Democratic machinery, using various and strategies and ways to get Joe Biden out earlier. But at the same time, getting him out earlier means probably she would have gone up against other people who wanted to vie for that position.
Joe Biden out early, not have gone out early. Joe Biden was dealing with his cancer stuff, which he held back and then communicated. He wasn't honest with his health. Okay. He
wasn't honest with a lot of things we're learning now. But as I said to you, then again, the second reason why I didn't really find her interview interesting yesterday was because a lot was going on. A lot was on the table. Baltimore was playing Detroit. Okay, these two predominantly black cities that have gone through a lot and took on each other, and it was a very historical game to me, socioeconomic and so on and so forth. But it was seeing Lamar, seeing the Detroit, seeing Montgomery, how he played. It was just an amazing game yesterday. And I was more. In fact, let me tell you, I had dual screen last night. I had the game on the left, and I also had Kamala on the right. And can I tell you, I completely forgot she was speaking, and although she was on the screen, I did hear her for a few minutes. I said, but then after a while, after listening to her for a while, I didn't find it interesting. I just switched back, and I forgot to switch back over.
Instead of saying she wasn't interesting enough,
I said that.
Wait, let me finish. Just say that you weren't paying attention, because also you had your fantasy football league and you were all over biting your nails. I mean, give me a break.
Fantasy football, yeah. We play fantasy football. Ricardo is the commissioner, just so you know. And I won and I'm number one in the league now for this.
Whatever, but I'm just talking about that. You weren't even paying attention. I didn't watch Kamala Harris. I knew she was on, but I was like, I can watch it tomorrow. Okay? And observe and see what's going on and see what she said. And I like what she said. She had some really good points. That's what I do. And so I'm just looking at the points she said and making sense. And a lot of things that she had said during her campaign that we have to be careful about is happening. And so, you know what? She also said...
All right, fine. Okay, so what are we doing about it? What is she doing about it now? After saying, what will we do about what people are saying now? That they believe that the Donald Trump administration, he has a dictatorial, authoritarian kind of a style of government that is anti or un-American. We just lost Ricardo. This is the Neoliberal Round podcast, and of course this is the Pulse. This is the Pulse, and what's pulsing? Camilla was on MSNBC last night, and I wanted to get a quick response from one of the commentators here at the Neoliberal Round, Ricardo McKenzie, who is one of the host of the Pulse, a series that we do here at the Neoliberal Round. We have several series here, and we are a news commentary, but we also provide several other dynamic programming and shows and interesting conversation that goes beyond news. Of course, coming up on the show, we're hoping to have Brea Jackson on Friday, who is an actress who was just in the UK. Her show just premiered. She was in that show. We were supposed to have her before. She will be on the show coming up. We're going to have her somewhere in studios on Friday and then release it probably on Sunday. We also hope to have, I understand that there's a gentleman that I understand that was a founding member or a former president of Turning Point and a current board member at Turning Point America, the organization that the late Charlie Kirk founded. He is supposed to be. I'm trying to set up a conversation with him. If we can land, his PR reached out to us. We're trying to see if we can set it up. This is the Neoliberal Podcast.